really need to make a new introduction.
Like, what is your intro right now?
It's just, hey, welcome back to the channel.
You don't even introduce yourself?
Hi, no, I say
from
hi.
Ava's Reads. Welcome back to my channel.
Welcome back to my channel. But I think at this point in my life, it's just kind of embarrassing to have a YouTube channel. So I feel like I need to be cooler about it. Just be like, oh, hey guys.
I didn't see you there.
It'd be like
Ferris Bueller. What are you still doing here? It's been 12 years. It hasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not going anywhere. We're moving on. Welcome back. And so this is Christiana. She was the missing member of my book club from the last video from 3 months ago. That was actually filmed about a year ago, but only posted 3 months ago. Today we will be reorganizing my bookshelf because it kind of needs it, and I've tried to reorganize it. I genuinely have, but I just feel like it needs another set of eyes, and that's my running Christiana.
I get my own video.
Yeah, you do get your own video.
What's your current organization?
Such a great question. I'm so glad you asked. Okay, so this one. No rhyme. Okay, we'll start up here, which I don't think you can see, but I have a clip I can roll. This is like high fantasy. So like your copies of the Chronicles of Narnia that you didn't want anymore, you gave to me. Then we have The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. We have The Infernal Devices and The Hunger Games.
So like iconic?
I guess, yeah. I guess so. And then that can always change. And then this here is favorite series of all time.
Yeah.
I own all the books by this author, but then also classics.
Victoria Aveyard. Also Chekhov.
So we don't really know. And so yeah, and Grimm's Fairy Tales and the Hamilton book. So this is my favorite shelf because it used to be in a better rainbow order, but it's still in some semblance of a rainbow order. So these are books I've mostly read. I think like I haven't read this one, which you want me to read.
Yes.
But the rest I have read except for this one. And everything else I've read except for maybe Peter Pan. This is my TBR shelf, which is why, and it's my least favorite. I don't like how it looks. It's just a mess.
Well, let me tell you right now, we can just throw this one out. We can get rid of this entirely. Yeah.
Because you did not like that book.
I have beef with Moby Dick.
Her professor subtweeted her.
It's on my wall now. I showed you that, right?
Yeah.
I printed it. It's my proudest achievement.
Yeah, she got subtweeted by her prof for...
He doesn't know that I know. But I've got it as proof.
It's on your wall now. Good, as it should be. Down here, we have a Hermione Funko Pop.
Aww.
This was fantasy, and then it turned into one singular science book I bought when I was home a couple weeks ago from school. We have always lived in the castle, which should be on my... Because I have a shelf for classics in the other room, which we can go take a look at. But we have some Rick Riordan. Just a mess. Then we have Sapiens right next to Scythe.
As it should be.
The two pinnacles of literature, I believe. Not that I've read
two
Sapiens.
seminal texts about humanity right next to each other.
Low key though, Scythe is really good.
That's a really good book.
Yeah.
Did you read the second one?
No, because my brother never finished it, and so it's in his room. We can go steal it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and have you read this?
I love that book.
Really?
Yeah.
I got it as a graduation gift, and I haven't read it yet, but I want to take like a summer and like kind of...
You should read it
chunk
with
through it.
the audiobook because he narrates it and he's very good at it.
Okay, I might do that. It's kind of dirty. So I'm meaning to read that. We just have Good Omens.
Good Omens!
First book I read in quarantine. I think I annotated it just a little bit. So... Yeah.
Annotated it. Every other page just says yearning.
Yearning? Yeah, that's how good literature is.
That and Little Women. Yearning.
I still don't have a copy of Little Women, which is a tragedy.
That is a tragedy.
Then I have all of my Throne of Glass books. Then I just have a bunch more Rick Riordan books, and then just like random fantasy and stuff. So, that's, the organization is there's none.
Oh, and you also have good stuff here.
Oh, and then I have, this. We don't have a lot of room to walk, if you can't tell. This was given to me, I borrowed it from my neighbor. The dad of the kids I babysit really wanted me to read it, and I got about this far last winter, and he's like, just keep it until you finish it, genuinely. And I'm like, nope. I don't know what to do. I can't say no.
That's such a dad book.
It really is. It was good. The first 200 pages were good, but then I was like,
I think we've got the start of some really good like categories going on.
Ideas.
Yeah, good ideas. I really love the bottom half of your shelves.
Oh,
they're great.
You do.
Book content.
Oh, book content. So I was gonna say they don't look very nice.
No.
Yeah. I think, okay, so I had a rainbow bookshelf a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I like the series together, so I think
Yeah.
we can just get rid of that. Do you want to start?
Okay then.
Where do you want to start? Should we just start by taking it apart?
Maybe just take it off.
Don't know what this is from. Could not tell you.
Are you a bookmark person?
More or less. I mean, I guess it depends. Like, I'm rereading, Queen of Shadows right now, as you know. And I was using $1 for about 3/4 of the way through.
Oh no, not cash.
Yeah, just $1. Just $1 as a bookmark. Even though I have this perfectly good bookmark. Wait, it kind of matches.
Why do you have it folded like that?
No. I don't know. Okay, let's fix it. There we go. You happy now? You happy? Are you a bookmark person?
I am, just because I have a lot of bookmarks.
Yeah.
And the other option would be like to dog ear. I don't know. I
Yeah.
never have like stuff around to put in.
Yeah, I like sticky notes because you can point to the exact page, or like any magnet kind of bookmark where it like magnets itself onto the page.
Yeah.
I like that because you can point it to the exact line. Yeah.
I don't want to send your tripod toppling.
Oh, true. We're probably just like
It's
throwing
like
things onto the bed as the tripod is also on the bed. That's cool. Put it right on there. We got a Hamilton play doll. See, these are like vintage.
Yeah.
I never read. Oh, Fairy Tales by Hans Christian Andersen.
Wow.
You guys think the Little Mermaid's in here?
Look for
That's probably why I bought it.
Table of
It's
contents.
so old.
I know that books don't tend to have table of contents, like when you're reading YA fiction or something, because they're not like labeled.
Mm-hmm.
But it irks me every time.
I
don't know
know.
what I'm
Or like
supposed to
the
do
Percy
about it.
Jackson books.
Great table of contents.
Snow Queen's in here. I do know that one. Little Mermaid is not in here. That is sad.
That's weird.
I bought this out of spite. My AP Lit teacher had us read Chekhov, and we didn't like her. She had us read Chekhov, and she was like, "You're not going to understand it. Adults barely understand it. You can't understand it." And so then when I found that, I bought it. I was like, well, now I'm going to try and read it.
I think she was just projecting.
True. So I'm still thinking like a high fantasy moment. So maybe like these kind of more classic-y ones. And this could be a bit more of a classic shelf. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to look. But we could try it.
Oh my god!
Oh god. Oh god.
I'm not gonna die.
Oh god. Oh gosh.
You're a mess.
Yeah, it's true. Me too.
Isn't that the copy of The Hobbit you used in 8th grade for your book report?
How do you remember that?
I remember the most random things.
It is. That's why it's so beat up, because it's the only one I actually read all the way through.
I don't remember much about 8th grade language arts, but I do remember that that teacher mispronounced one of the vocab words every single time she said it,
Oh.
and that you used that copy of The Hobbit.
I remember none of you did ACOTAR.
Oh my
As a
god!
14, none of you, this is a call out. You reported on ACOTAR as a 14-year-old.
I think that that's just like hyper feminist aware of her to have done a book report on ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Probably not appropriate for school.
No.
But Nandini's got theories on
True.
ACOTAR.
She does.
They are valid theories.
Yeah. Or have you heard her rant on Sarah? I'm sure you've heard
Yes.
her rant on
Oh,
Sarah
yeah.
J. Maas and how she's like
I love her rant.
just so like weirdly feminist but not.
Right?
It's interesting. ACOTAR, I would say Throne of Glass, which I'm rereading partially right now, is a lot better than ACOTAR, but not great.
It's great literature.
Nothing Sarah J. Maas writes is great.
Let us just establish that the level we're on is like here.
It's really low.
Yeah.
And I'm rereading Throne of Glass because it got me through a hard time when I was like 16, 17. And it's like a fun series.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's good.
No.
I'm gonna give Queen of Shadows 5 stars on Goodreads. That doesn't mean it's good. It just means I enjoyed it. That's how I rate books. Well,
Yeah.
kind of.
We'll totally do this right now.
Exactly. Okay, we're back.
I've been blessed.
I know, I got that for her. It was like $1, and I was like, I have to get this for Christiana.
Only real ones know. Actually, more people than I care to admit will understand this reference.
Oh, true. Yeah, we shouldn't explain it. We should just let people be confused.
The fact that Coach gets that is probably one of my deepest regrets.
Oh, gosh.
Then again, that's Eve's fault, because I didn't know it was going in the blog.
True. Eve.
Eve?
Letters to a Young Poet. Carly Thorne read this, and it has made me want to read it.
Carly Thorne and Jack Edwards are the kind of booktubers that I watch, and I enjoy everything that they say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I would ever... Like, I've never read a book that they've recommended, but there's some, like, weird thing where I'm like, I'm not worthy.
No, me too. I love them both.
Yeah.
Speaking of them.
Mm-hmm.
But, I felt that.
They always make videos that I'm in the mood for.
Oh,
Like, no matter what mood I'm in, I'm like, yeah, I do want to watch you read the book that Adele recommended.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds good.
Okay. This looks decent.
Do we need to add trinkets?
I couldn't even lie.
Are you kidding?
I think it looks better than it did before. At least it's not like random red queen. At least it has like a...
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we get to put it...
Oh, wait.
Hello. Stop looking at me like that. That's a little better.
Why is it gone?
I don't know.
Just at the end.
I kind of like it. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
We got some poetry. So I feel like YA fantasy should go here.
Are they gonna fit? None of them are that tall, right?
No.
Okay.
And I'm thinking maybe... Should we just see if we can fit Red Queen in Throne of Glass?
That's a good shelf.
Yeah.
I feel as though that's a shelf.
Solid shelf. And I feel like I've had a shelf like that. And maybe we can fit Six of Crows and The Raven Voice, which I haven't read yet. And I know you want me to read.
Mm-hmm.
I have the first 2 books now. As opposed to a long span of time where I only owned the second book.
Yeah.
Red Queen. So, okay, I have a question for you. What is your relationship to YA right now? As we're both almost 20, our birthdays are 1 day apart. Because mine is complicated, but I want to hear what you have to say.
Mine is also complicated, but I think in like a nice way.
Okay.
I think I got past my not like other girls phase, and I'm ready to read a bunch of YA.
Good. Okay.
Because I'm rereading. I just reread Six of Crows, and I'm ready to do Crooked Kingdom next. Plus, December is my reread month, so I got all the books that I wanted to reread. Like, I've got Illuminae at home. I'm gonna reread that.
That's a good
So
one.
like all the YA ones, I'm ready to go back into.
Yeah.
What you're obviously rereading Throne of Glass. So like,
Speaking
where
of
are your emotions with that right now?
Where are they?
I don't know. Somewhere.
Oh god. If only you could see what this looks like right now. Okay. What are my emotions with rereading Throne of Glass?
With your relationship with YA.
Oh, I'm kind of in the same boat you are, but like as of like 2 weeks ago.
Ah.
Like up until like 2 weeks ago, I was kind of like, when I was at school, because we're both English majors, and I'm like, in order to be sophisticated, I have to read classics.
Yes.
And I do like classics and read classics. And then I was reading, spoiler alert, it's kind of a classic for our book club exchange, which we're exchanging books on book club. And then I just started rereading Queen of Shadows and was having so much fun. And so like, I was like, I shouldn't be like embarrassed about that. I don't know. But then also some YA books, like this is like nostalgia. So is this kind of.
Yeah.
These are my 2 favorite like young adult fantasy series. But then also like some of it's just like not good. Like I'm not interested in reading the new version of Throne of Glass put out by some new author. I am interested, I'll say that with like a little asterisk, because I am interested in reading YA fantasy that's more diverse and like more inclusive than these 2 series are, because like that's something that like finally the publishing industry is like catching up with, is like more diverse books. So I'm excited for that, but like when it's like the same protagonist as like Selena Sardathian, who's also white and blonde. I'm like, I can talk to them. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm not sure what my relationship with YA fantasy is either. I feel like that's the most complicated. Most of my fantasy stuff is like nostalgia.
Yeah.
I don't think I would read, like, I wouldn't be intrigued for a new YA fantasy just because it was YA fantasy. Like, it'd have to be something else.
It'd have to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that.
Why do we say that? It would have to be interesting.
No, but I mean, there was a time of my life where I was like, oh, Throne of Glass, but in a different font, I have to read that because everyone on BookTube is reading it. Whereas now, I mean, maybe that's just coming with age. Maybe I'm just old and decrepit and angry. Speaking of nostalgia,
I thought you were going to say speaking of decrepit.
Speaking of decrepit, take a look at, I don't even know, these books I have. They're decrepit.
Speaking of nostalgia.
Speaking of nostalgia, all my Percy Jackson books are at school. Should we save a spot for them? Okay. I liked the YA conversation because I was wondering what your thoughts were on that.
I think Ryan said something similar that I relate to, where she was like, she doesn't read outside of class because her Irish lit class is just so much reading and you don't have energy for it. Mm-hmm. I had that. Yeah. Because I work in the library and whenever I read a book.
Wait, sorry, hold on. I forgot.
We don't have
room. No. Anyway, continue. I can finesse this one.
Go here.
Yeah, or like.
Yeah.
I don't know. What were you saying?
Well, when I work at the library, and anytime I'm there, I'm like, I can't be seen reading the YA book that I'm finding very enjoyable right now.
Oh.
For my own personal weird bias.
Yeah.
Which is, like, not true. And I feel like, as a library employee and an English major, oh my god, sorry. I'm like, you're saying very intelligent words, and I'm just struggling. Except these are backwards. Hold on. God, this is gonna come out. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying? Sometimes I feel like I should be a champion for all the people who feel stigma for reading YA, and I should read it. But then also, like with what Ryan said, I don't have the mental energy to like slog through a classic that's not actually interesting to me.
Especially if it's not for school at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
But I read Six of Crows in 2 days. And because it's so good.
That's where I read most of Queen of Shadows, which is like 600 pages in like 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see those things online that is like where I trying to reconnect with middle school me who inhaled 600-page books in one night? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do.
I know. That's what I'm doing over the break too.
Yes.
That's how that's funny. I'm glad we're on the same page with that because I really had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, just like the urge to reread Red Queen for me is like constant. But I was also okay, this is kind of fun.
I like that. I love that it fits right there.
It does fit. That is nice. Okay, this sounds like maybe YA fantasy that feels like a classic. What is not a classic but feels like a classic?
Modern classic. That and Percy Jackson, modern classics.
Absolutely. Maybe we do modern classics on this show.
I love it. Commentary. Let's do
it.
Our two
brain cells. They're coming together.
Are you mixing genres right now?
Oh, am I? I might have to. This is like mostly fantasy.
It's
a little scary. Just a little terrifying.
I'm sorry, what are you trying to escape from? Reality? Do you not like it here?
What? No. Did you ever have a crush on Maid Marian from Robin Hood?
Oh yeah, and Robin Hood.
Oh, and Robin Hood.
Yeah.